Annyeong Buzz! Welcome back to the channel where we talk everything K-pop, from the biggest headlines to the softest moments that make us fall deeper in love with our idols. If you're new here, grab a snack, make yourself comfy, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because today, we're diving into one of the most unexpectedly hilarious yet deeply talented members of Stray Kids, the one and only Han Jisung, or as we all know him, Han. So here's the thing about Han. On stage, he's a lyrical genius. Off stage, a walking meme. And that duality, that's exactly why stays love him. But let me ask you first, what's your favorite Han moment? Was it his high-speed rap in Miro? Or maybe the time he tried to open a snack bag and nearly fought gravity? Comment below, because I swear Han content is like a gold mine of chaos and talent. Now, let's rewind a little. Born on September 14, 2000 in Incheon, Han actually lived and studied in Malaysia for a while. Yup, our squirrel is kinda international. And speaking of nicknames, yes, squirrel. According to the members, that's the animal that best describes him. And honestly, I see it. The hyper energy, the cheek pouches when he snacks, and the way he just randomly zooms during interviews? It's giving forest creature in the best way. But don't let the goofiness fool you. Han is deeply talented. He's part of the legendary pre-debut rap trio 3RACHA, alongside Bang Chan and Changbin, under the name J1. And you know what blows my mind? Han didn't even think he'd get into JYP. He literally went to the audition just to spot celebrities. Like, same energy as when we go to concerts hoping to get noticed by a staff member and wake up as a trainee the next day. But plot twist, he did make it. Trained for 3 years. And debuted with Stray Kids. That's not luck, that's fate. Here's something fans don't talk about enough. Han's ability to write lyrics that actually speak to your soul. He said he wanted to be a singer because telling your story through music is cool. And I think that really defines him. Han isn't about flexing technique just for the sake of it. He uses rap, melody, and words to connect. And that's rare. Like, have you ever had a moment when you're listening to a Stray Kids song and you realize Han's verse just hit you like a truck? Yeah, same. Also, can we talk about his MBTI for a second? He's an ISTP. That's the virtuoso type. Quiet, analytical, observant, and then bam, out of nowhere he says something chaotic that makes the whole room laugh. Classic Han behavior. Now here's a moment where I really felt connected to him. In an old V-Live, he talked about how he spends most of his time in bed. And I don't mean that in a lazy way. I mean it like he's introverted. He recharges in his own space. And honestly, same. Sometimes when the world gets too loud, lying in bed with headphones on is therapy. Anyone else feel that? Also, fun fact time. Han has a fear of clustered holes. It's called trypophobia. He's also obsessed with cheesecake and horror movies, but hates haunted houses. Make it make sense. He's like, give me psychological trauma from a movie, but don't you dare jump scare me in real life. And his puppy? Bama. Look, if you've never seen a photo of Han cuddling Bama, pause this video right now and go search it up. It'll cure your stress, your skin, and maybe your heartbreak. He's such a softie deep down. It's no wonder his favorite season is winter. He is the warm blanket. Oh, and before I forget, Han is also super into online shopping. Apparently, the delivery guy knows the dorm address by heart at this point. I relate too hard. You ever buy something at 2 a.m. and totally forget what it was until it arrives? Han does that. Constantly. That's so dangerously relatable. Alright, let's take a moment here. You've heard all these fun facts and personal bits about Han, but I want to know, what do you love the most about him? His writing? His squirrel energy? His talent? Let's open up the comments as a mini Han appreciation thread. You guys always have the best stories and observations. We still have more to unpack, including his philosophy, his role models, and why his motto might be the one thing we all need to hear right now. So let's talk about Han's philosophy for a second. His personal motto is, "This too shall pass." Simple, right? But low-key, one of the most powerful mindsets you can have, not just as an idol, but as a person trying to survive life. And if you've ever had a rough day and randomly stumbled on a clip of Han laughing at literally nothing, you know what I mean. That lightness he brings, that's what makes people stay. Now let's shift gears and talk artistry. Because Han isn't just a rapper who throws in a few punchlines and calls it a day. He prefers lyrical and melodic rap. And if you've heard tracks like Alien or some of his covers, you know the emotion behind every syllable is real. There's softness even when the beat goes hard. And that's hard to pull off. And shout out to 3RACHA, by the way. Because honestly, without Han, the sound of Stray Kids wouldn't be what it is today. Bang Chan might be the captain, but Han? He's like that one genius writer who slips in a line that fans obsess over for weeks. Stays know what I'm talking about. Those lyrics that make you pause the song and go, wait, hold up, he really said that? But Han's talent doesn't end with lyrics or rap. He draws. He can play guitar. He's done voice impressions on shows, yes, including Doraemon, and it's weirdly good. He's one of those all-rounders who makes you go, what can't this guy do? And yet, he's the same guy who'll trip over air and laugh at his own joke for 10 minutes straight. And remember how he appeared on King of Masked Singer? He didn't make it past the first round, but the fact that he went on that show shows so much about his courage and willingness to challenge himself vocally. Not everyone would risk performing anonymously on national TV like that, especially knowing how judgmental the industry can be. But Han did, and we love him for it. Also, let's not skip over the little things, like how he said he's proud of his large irises. That's so adorably random, but it's also a subtle reminder that we should all be a little more confident in the weird little things that make us unique. Like, when's the last time you hyped up your own eyeballs? Han's on another level. Now here's where things get even more real. Han once said that if he weren't an idol, he'd probably be a producer. And honestly, I believe it. He's got the ear, the pen, and the heart for it. But I'm so glad he is in Stray Kids, because the group wouldn't be the same without his voice, both emotionally. Like, can you imagine Miro or Slump or Voices without his input? Nah, doesn't work. And let's not forget, Han's also the emotional glue in the team. Behind the scenes, he's often the one checking in on members, making sure everyone's laughing and keeping the mood up. You'll notice it in shows, V-Lives, even interviews. It's the kind of leadership that doesn't need a title. He leads through presence. And now that we're talking legacy, how do you think Han will be remembered in K-pop? Personally, I think he's carving out a space for the kind of idol who doesn't need to scream for attention. His talent speaks quietly, but powerfully. And I think more and more fans are starting to recognize that. Okay, now I want to turn it over to you. Which Han moment lives rent-free in your mind? Is it his voice cracks? His high notes? That time he got scared of a bug mid-filming? Drop it in the comments, and let's create a Hancore memory wall together. I'll be reading and hearting as many as I can. Also, if you've made it this far, first of all, you're the real MVP. Second, don't forget to hit that like button if you learned something new today. And if you want more deep dives into the members of Stray Kids, make sure you're subscribed because we're doing every member, yep, one by one, with all the facts, fun, and feelings you won't find anywhere else. All right, Stays, I'll leave you with this. Whether Han's making you cry with his lyrics or making you laugh by being, well, Han, one thing's for sure, he's one of a kind, and we're lucky to witness his journey. Until next time, this has been Anyong Buzz, signing off.